It's been a busy weekend in Bloomington with the little 500 bike races the past 2 days, but it's calmed down here a little bit, and we've got matinee softball coming your way here on Big Ten Plus. The Oregon Ducks taking on the Indiana Hoosiers alongside Riley Woodall. I'm Alex Hines. So glad to have you with us. And 2 2/3 allowed a pair of earned runs. Kai Lushar promptly sends it up the middle, and that's a base hit. Just like that, one pitch, one base runner here at Andy Moore Field. Sinicki this weekend, 3 of 7, batting in the 2 spot. Skied into straightaway center. Wilkinson's back. She'll make the catch on the warning track for out number 1. Lushar on first on her own would be tied for 7th. Pop fly in towards the line. Minnick there. She'll make the catch. Tagging towards second and diving in headlong is Kai Lushar. You don't see many tags from first. McCoy hit that homer yesterday in the 6th inning. That proved to be the winning score in a run rule victory. She slashes that into right in on a slide. It's Kinsey Mitchell. Did she officially make the catch? We will see. The ruling on the field is yes. Plays over the course of this weekend. Let's see one more time if we get a better look. It is hard to tell, you mentioned with the line of the netting, but it appeared on first glance on describing what happens to the runners, because it's hard to make any assumptions on what would have happened. She is officially safe at first, and they do grant the run.
Wow.
So as we figured, the heads-up base running by Kai Lushar scores on what ended up being a trap by Mitchell in right field. Pitch to Cox, hit on a line. That's going to dunk down into left for a base hit. Station to station for McCoy, and there's 2 on with 2 out. Brings up Stephanie Maake. And Cox on first. 2-1, chopped up the middle. Cooper lunges, it gets past her into center. Wilkinson comes up throwing, the play at the plate. The ball gets away, and the runners will advance 1 extra base further. An RBI single in the return for outs. If you give Oregon a multi-run lead, that pitching staff will do the trick. That's into left for a base hit. Another will score, and it's 3-0. Deja vu.
Hoosiers defense, Alex, you got to find a way to get a strikeout here, I think. I mean, you can get the grounder if you want. There you go.
Line out right to Cooper, and that will end the inning. Right on cue, Riley Woodall. A 3-run frame, though, for. Here it comes, hit on the ground to Sinicki at short. Throws to first in time. (3-1) on its way. Below the knees, ball 4. So Indiana's top batter and getting on base. First pitch to Avery Parker, a check swing grounder, gloved by Flannery to first in time. It'll work as good of a sac bunt, but Parker didn't look like she meant to.
But I don't think they do what they've done the past 2-3 years. How much Indiana softball has grown without these ladies.
Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Mitchell down on strikes. They strand a runner in scoring position. Goes without saying, but the scoreless bottom of the first from Sokolsky as that's lined down the left field line. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Looking for 2 is Flannery. The throw in from Minnick, not in time. It's a leadoff double from Katie Flannery. Long.
Yeah, and it's just a gut punch for those that, are just joining us. Indiana was out of the inning in the top of the first, calling it up, getting reversed, and Oregon got 3 runs out of it.
Blooper into left, Minnick's there. Bring up Paige Sinicki with 4 games, including this one, left to go in the regular season. Squaring to bunt, Sinicki drops it down. Copeland to first and in time. So it'll be a sacrifice bunt from Sinicki. A runner 60 feet away for Kendry Luchar. The count again. There's been a lot of these favorable counts for the batters. With the Ducks at the plate, lined in right center. That's down for a base hit. That'll be extra bases. She's digging for two. I think she wants three. Yes, she does. She'll slide in safely. An RBI triple from Kendry Luchar.
You've got a lot of these batters in the Ducks lineup that can really put the ball in play basically anywhere, Alex. And it's just been, they've been tattooing the Indiana pitching staff so far.
Riley McCoy flies out to center, and that will end any further threat. However, one more run added for the Ducks. It's 4-0. We head to the bottom of the second from Andy Moore Field. At least for a game in Seattle, Washington the same day. Van Brandt the other way. That's dropping. A leadoff single for Allie Van Brandt. The Hoosiers have a leadoff batter aboard. 1-2 to Wilkeson. Hit on the ground to third. Could be two. To second for one. To first. Double play. 5-4-3 for the Ducks.
Be the future of your team that are going to turn into stars. But if you can do well in your own backyard, you can build upon that.
Bloop shot into right. That gets down for a base hit. Strader, a 2-out single. And just to go off your point again, for Indy.
Mentioned it. Completely different vibes on both sides for this game.
Hit well into left center. That ball is going to one-hop the wall. Heading towards third is Strader. She's being sent to the plate. The relay throw is late. And Indiana's on the board.
That's a critical run for the Hoosiers, especially with 2 outs.
And Strader just beating the tag at the plate. That's a big hit for Josie Bird, who's going to see Cassidy Kettleman run in her stead.
Grown certainly in that regard.
Swings and misses, and Sokolsky fired up with the inning-ending K. A run does score for Indiana. They answer back. The deficit back to 3. It's Oregon 4, Indiana 1. They've scored multiples and been able to string hits together. Indiana not the same thing. That is a foul ball.
Saw Cooper over there just kind of let her shoulders fall back down to her sides, Alex. She was
1-2. Swing and a miss. Copeland pulls the string, and Cox is down on strikes.
Coming over to the Big Ten, but with how successful those 4 have been in the Big Ten in a lot of sports this year, it's going to add to the competition and make everybody better.
Maake down on strikes. Back-to-back Ks for Brianna Copeland. Kaylin Jones on deck and takes inside, ball 4. Struggles in this series is getting that 1 out to get you out of the inning. Now, all 3 games, that's been an issue. That's up the middle. That's going to squeak through for a base hit. Slapped through the hole by Kaylin Jones, and back-to-back 2-out base runners. 2 in the inning. 1-2. That should be playable in right center. It's Mitchell. She's there. That's out number 3. 2 out base runners for the Ducks, but neither cross the plate. It remains, takes back in this 3-2 count. Here it comes. Hit on the ground to short. Sinicki there to first, 1 away. She wants to deal with Indiana's top hitter. Check swing, did she go on appeal? Yes, she did. Minnick heads to first. The throw is in time to complete the strikeout. So from right to left here at Andy Moore Field. 2-0, hit hard on a hop to Sinicki. Snares it, throws to first, and that retires the side. Sokolsky goes 1-2-3 in the bottom of the third. It remains Oregon 4, Indiana 1. Play against the Bruins. 3-2, golfed into left. That drops for a base hit. Luchar, a wide turn. She'll stay at first. Leadoff batter aboard for the Ducks, the third time today. Even have to line the lineup all that much. She could end up on third in a blink of an eye. That's hit well into left. Minnick there. And Sinicki is retired. And the possibility of another speedster on the base paths, which will indeed happen with the walk. And so now 2 are aboard for Riley McCoy. No slouch in the on-base department either. Hits that one down the left field line. That one's going to get down and all the way to the wall. 1 run is in. They will hold the runner at third. And it's 5-1 Ducks.
A couple years at Kentucky as well.
Slash down the right field line. That's going to drop for a base hit. They will hold Leggett third. And so once again, just chipping and adding on the Ducks. An RBI single makes it 6-1.
Not the
2-2 from Hess. Hit on the ground to short. Cooper to second for 1. The return to first. A twin killing. 6-4-3 from Cooper to Van Brandt to Bird. 2-run score in the frame. It's 6-1 Ducks. Over to third. That's hit on the ground on a hop to second. And that's in time for out number 1. A quick out of Kinsey Mitchell. Her 3 1/3 so far. Winds and fires, hit up the middle, snagged on a line by the second baseman Jones. Back-to-back plays for her over there. And quickly. First pitch to Wilkeson. Flies that one to left. Back is Luchar to the track. She makes the catch right up against the wall. Back-to-back 1-2-3s from Elise Sokolsky.
Got to take advantage of moments like this if you're Taylor Hess and company. Alex, 2-2 count here. There you go.
Swung on a miss, strike 3. So Taylor Hess gets a strikeout. She could hit the other way. That one's tailing. It's on a dive, caught by Minnick. Defense is dazzling here in Bloomington. That extended to 2 earlier today. Topped over to short. Cooper in time, out number 3. Hess sets the Ducks down in order in the top of the 5th. We head to the bottom half from
A lot of souvenirs going on out there.
Some kid out there could make a killing getting all those. Skied into center. Luchar over, calls off her sister, and that will be out number 1. It's my turn to not be able to count, Riley.
Well, you did say we both were not good at math. I think that just...
That's hit well by Bird into left center. Goodbye. Josie Bird leaves the yard. Her 3rd homer of the season, and it's 6-2.
Well, we're not good at math. You got still got 2 outs to work with here in the bottom of the 5th. Use that momentum to carry you up over the top. Saw the pitch beautifully. You saw her fired up about that one.
Got just enough out in front. A leadoff homer to give up over 1 with anybody on. That's hit over the first baseman and into right for a base hit. A little dunker off the bat of Alex Cooper. Back-to-back hits, and the lineup turns over. The payoff pitch. High into the backstop. Copeland A long plate appearance draws a walk. Grind winds, here it comes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The high cheese from Lindsey Grind, and Minnick down on strikes. That's the last 2 plate appearances. 1-0. Popped up on the infield. The second baseman makes the call. It's caught by Jones, and that retires the side. Josie Bird sends one out, but the Hoosiers, and they've done just that.
Yeah, they really have. They've done well today, too. Lead by 4. I think for Indiana.
As chopped is short. Throw to first is in time. Bird had to go into the splits on the stretch. And they're going to say she was off the bag. Meet and talk things over.
Let's take a look here. She stepped off. Oh, yeah. Foot's off right there. Carried themselves really well. We got the official ruling here.
And she is out. Wow. It was interesting to see whether or not the ball was 1-2. That's hit on the ground to short. Stabbed by Strader. Throw to first. Not in time. Nearly a great play by Strader, who flip-flopped with Cooper from third to short.
Number 2 here without getting another Oregon runner on base. That's going to be huge for them.
That's hit off of her and into right. That caroms into right field, and Shaw will end up on third. It took a shot off the leg of Hess, and
the community, too. Love what the firefighters do all around the world.
They're going to let the runner take second. That was Kedri Lushar running, and Indiana, a team that runs that first and third double steal a lot on their own. (2-0). Hit on the ground, off the glove of Van Brandt. That's into center. 2 are going to score, and it's 8-2 Ducks. Skips off the glove of a diving Van Brandt. And Telfa Series, a 3-hit day, and her 3rd and 4th ribbies.
Well done once again, Van Brandt. Diving for it, it just goes out of her glove. And I tell you what, the Indiana pitching staff has not.
12 with runners in scoring position in this ball game. Indiana's had just 4 opportunities, period. That's in the dirt, swung on and missed. The runner down to second, and the tag will be late. So on the wild pitch, a runner now moves. 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the fourth, and 2 here in the 6th. 1-2 pitch off the fists, called by Strader. She'll make the catch. Copeland rocks, here's her pitch. Popped in foul ground, Bird after it again. This time she will make the catch. And that will end the inning. 2 more cross the plate on the single by Riley McCoy.
Now, they weren't able to stack those runs, though.
Hit by Mitchell, waiting back the shortstop. Flannery throws to first in time, and Mitchell is out number 1 on 1 pitch. Using the time she's allotted in that pitch clock. Beat into the ground by Van Brandt, and quickly 2 away.
All business. Snag it.
I didn't bring my glove, Riley.
I unfortunately did not either.
Hit well by Wilkeson, left center field. That is going to get off the wall. Wilkeson's into second, and it's a 2-out double. The bar further and further and further. Skewed into left. That is going to be in and out of the glove of Lushar. Coming to the plate is Wilkeson. She'll score. And that makes it 8-3. Oh, so nearly a web gem for Kai Lushar. Bullpen, though you have to figure this is Grind's game here, as you see just on contact. Lushar into the turf, and Wilkeson thought she had to get in quickly to third, and 3-2. Hit high and deep into center. Lushar back, looks up, goodbye. Touch 'em all, Josie Bird. The second time today. And it's 8-4. 8-5. Two away. The pitch from Grind. Called strike 3. So Grind bounces back with the K, but Indiana halves the deficit from 6 down to 3. It's 8-5 Ducks. We head to the 7th on Big Ten Plus. Here in the top of the 7th inning. Hit on the ground, gloved by Cooper from the hole in time. Jones chops it up. Copeland waits, has to hurry, will have no play. The old high chopper.
When she was in this game earlier on, ever since she's come back in, she's done very well.
Hit up the middle, that's through for a base hit. Station to station, and now there's 2 aboard with 1 away, and the lineup turns through at 4:55. Hit on the ground, that's gonna squeak through for a base hit. They're gonna hold the runner at third. Wilkinson was ready to come up throwing. And the late stop sign for Jones, but now quite literally, Ducks 7 RBI on the year for Shaw. Skied into straightaway left. This will be deep enough and Minnick will catch it. They'll send the runner to the plate. It'll be a sac fly, and that makes it 9-5.
Just your typical sac fly there from Shaw. Perfect placement out in deep left. Good snag by Minnick.
Once again, just offensive explosion for Oregon. High into right center. Wilkinson ranges. She'll make the catch, and that ends the inning. But 1 run scores for the Ducks. They make it a 4-run ball game. Indiana 3 outs to work with. It's Oregon 9, Indiana 5, here from Bloomington, Indiana. Copeland into left. That's down for a base hit. Leadoff life for Indiana here in the 7th.
Yeah, that's Copeland's first hit today. Makes her one of.
Grind winds. Here's her pitch. That's hit high and deep into right by Minnick. Forget it. Minnick unleashes, and it's a 2-run game.
Hit from Taylor Minnick. Like I said, it score in bunches. She absolutely crushed that thing, and she knew it before she was even halfway to first base. That one didn't go foul.
Went hitless yesterday as well. And that's inside the hitter. And just like that, the tying run is at the plate. Hit the other way. That ball is a fair ball. It lands on the chalk. Stopping at second is Drummond. Indiana bring the winning run to the plate with Allie Van Brandt. Run homer. Now Van Brandt hits that one high into center. Straight away. And to make the catch is Kendry Luchar. That's a big out, number 1, with how Van Brandt's been swinging.
Yeah, that's a great job by Sokolsky to get.
Hit on the ground to third. It pops up on the third baseman. There will be no play. Everybody's safe. It popped up on McCoy.
Yeah, it was an awkward bounce for.
The payoff pitch. Popped up. Shallow left. Luchar in. Makes the catch. 2 away. And you couldn't script it any better than this. Bases loaded at the plate today. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's the ball game. Stacey Chambers shuts the door, and the Ducks bring out the brooms.
What a job by the Oregon Ducks coming here to Bloomington, Alex, and sweeping the Indiana Hoosiers. Indiana made it interesting coming down the stretch. Bases loaded, had 2 outs to work with. That's a huge credit to what Chambers was able to do, coming in the most clutch of moments and getting it done for her team. Oregon adds to the impressive resume they're putting together this season as they continue their march to that Big Ten.